Hi yogis, Christine here in the beautiful Paper Mill Park on a Saturday after a huge rain and tornado and stuff, but now it's beautiful. So we're here to do another session of We Can Do It, and today we're going to work towards the things that you need to build to Bakasana, crane, side crane, and also Firefly. And also Firefly Bhujangasana with heels hooked. So we'll see if we can do that. We've worked some of these before in other videos, but they will all, crane is a good starter one to get. And then side crane is actually a lot harder, I think, than crane. So here we go. So we're going to just do a few of these exercises that will build up to those poses, not a full vinyasa class or anything. Okay, so let's start out with a simple one, which is just a nice lunge. So you could do a little warm-up before this, do a nice sun salutation flow, and then come into, your lunges and then reach high. I just sink down a little so I could be in the picture. All right, so reach high, and then you're going to be on the inside here. We've done this a lot in class, and just work on these kind of lunges a lot in your practice or at home where you're sinking deeper. You can get your shoulder underneath and do some waves down and up. Alright, then see if you can get your shoulder really under there and reach around to the outside. So this is something you're going to need, your shoulder getting under your knee. So reach around the outside, and then this is kind of fun to do as you bend down, and then as you straighten up, see if you can hover that foot. Just for fun. That's not really a thing we need to do for crane. But just getting that under, maybe lowering your hip, getting deep, doing a good hip opening. Another thing you could do is open out that hip. Just work on that, opening it out. All right, then you can come back. Switch to the other side, get a good stretch. Come on inside, wiggle your toes back, get a little deeper. Wave down and up. Feels good. I can get my shoulder underneath and maybe work on getting that foot up a little bit. So then another hip, then you want to do any other kinds of hip openers, like opening out to the side, do a little side angle, and get a good stretch there in your side waist. And you could go to the other side. That feels good. It's a beautiful day. Go out in your yard and try some of these things once you see what to do. All right, so another good stretch is to get a lot of twisting and lengthening on your side waist, as well as that kind of shoulder around or under the knee, right, hip opening. So extend your legs out. I'll face this way and that way. All right, bend your left knee in and hug it in. Now, lift your torso nice and tall, and then shift over so that you're getting your arms on this side, right? Shift, lift your torso, shift your belly button in front of your leg. Okay, you can stay here with your arms down, or you can reach your arms up, take a deep breath in, and then just get lots of length forward, like that. Now I feel a good stretch on my hamstring, and I can see that my shoulder is getting past my knee. Now if you're not that far, it's all right, we're going to work towards it. This is a big hip opener. Another thing that if this isn't that available, you could take this foot out a little wider, and that'll make a little more room for you to get forward. All right, so try that. Next we're going to take that left hand just to the side at first. All right, so take it to the side like that. See if you can get your arm, your tricep in front of your knee or your shin. If you can't get it in front of there, just keep working this forward and out to the side motion. If you can wrap this hand around. And then maybe you can take the bind and wrap the other hand around. And then just relax there. Relax, you can actually push your shin into your arm. And that's also what we're going to be doing in our side crane, pushing your shin into your arm. It feels good. Hang out there and breathe. All right, slowly release that, and we'll switch to the other side. Come on up. All right, so this time I think I'll face this way. So you have a different angle, and you're going to bring your other knee in, your right knee in, lift your torso, shift towards your straight leg, and then get length out, either reaching up or just reaching straight up. So as I'm going, I'm waiting till I feel a little more opening here, and again, you could walk that foot wider if you need to. Get that length first, then you can just hang out here with the stretch in your back, and then we'll wrap this hand or reach this to the side first. And if that's all you got for now, it's fine. You know, then if this is all you have and this one can't quite get around, that's fine. All right, just take it in stages, and over time you can see, you can monitor how flexible you're getting. You know, by how much you can reach back, and then hang out. So I can really feel that along my side waist. All right, so that's a bit of a hip opening and twisting. So another good one for, again, opening the hips this way for crow or firefly is to do malasana. Or take your feet together right here under you and see if you can get your heels down. If you can't get your heels down, you can lift them up like this. All right? And then your knees are out and your torso is right in between your knees. So you're going to really reach your chest long. I've got my feet together, heels together, feet down. All right, and then reach out long. So that's a big stretch in the hips and in my back. And then again, if you can bind here, you could, or not bind, but just let your hands come back behind you. Also, then you can lower your head. So you're going to have your bottom lifted as much off the ground as your head. Just take a few breaths there. And then make your way out slowly. And you can hug your knees together. So hugging the knees together is a step 2 towards our side crow. All right, I gotta take the shirt off because it's getting warm out here. There. Okay, next we're going to work on crane. So crane is a basic arm balance that, you know, most people can really work towards and get it and get the mechanics of it. So just watching the mechanics of it should really help. And here's a tip that maybe I didn't say on other ones, and that is that you want to be just not trying to muscle your way in, right? Have your body be relaxed. Have a big element of, you know, strength, but relax a lot of the muscles. You don't need to muscle it in there, all right? You don't need to jump. You don't need to hop, right? You don't need to try to fly up. Just begin to lean a little bit once you get up there, okay? So you're going to place your hands. You're going to get your feet fairly close to your hands and on the outside of your hands. And then you're going to just bend your elbows slightly, and that's where your knees are going to kind of hug into your upper arms, or your inner thigh to your outer arm, okay? And then I'm just going to lean forward. I'm not going to do any other muscly thing. I'm not going to try to do anything except for lean into it a little bit more at a time, and also use my core, my abdominals, to lift up. I'm just leaning until my feet float up. And then use the core a little more once you get up there. forward. Also, I'm using my hands a lot. And this is kind of actually even better, being on a little uneven surface where I can grip it a little more in the ground. So, you know, just try that leaning and keeping lifted in the core, okay? So there we go, that's our crow. Next we're gonna do side crow or side crane. I like to begin here with knees squeezing and really low and heels lifted. But if that's too deep for you, you can just be here to start. So either of those are just fine. Bring your hands to your heart and get lots of length through your side waist. And then you're going to twist to one side. Now notice the knees stay still and the hips stay forward. Twist to one side. Then you're going to begin to tilt in and get your elbow outside. So this is the same as if you were just do a little standing twist, right? It's the same as that. So you can get your elbow way on the outside. Okay? Then begin to place your hands down and keep your back hip really lifted high. And then you begin to lift your heels and rest. And again, it's just leaning in, lean. Even if your feet just come up for a second, it's success, right? Lift your back hip higher than your back elbow. Keep your hands parallel, like you don't want them uneven, right? And then just lean. I'm pulling my navel in and lean in. All right, and you can try it to the other side. Sitting down, doing the twist, bend in. See if you can get your armpit way outside of your knee. Right, you can just work that part of it because you're almost there. All right, and you place your hands, you lift your heels, and you lean. Yay. All right, so the last one is Firefly. We've done all the things that you need to do to warm up to these 3 different poses. All right, and then when you get to your friend's party in the summer, at the barbecue, you could show them all the stuff you learned. All right, so there's a couple ways you can get into Firefly. The one that I've been doing lately is to be, really work your wrists, make sure they're ready, is to be on your fingertips only. And then you're going to slowly shift your weight back onto your tricep, back of your arm. Okay, let me show you what I mean. So you're going to have your legs fairly wide. Bring your hands back and be on your fingertips, because that's all I can be on when I'm leaning this far forward. Right, then you're going to lean back, and as you do, lift your toes. You're going to put your palms down. As soon as your whole hand gets down, now we're ready to just keep leaning. All right, keep leaning back until your feet can just float up. All right, come back forward. Try it again. Work out your wrists. You have to have really supple wrists and hands, but it's just this gentle leaning, no muscling, a lot of relaxing. Okay, fingertips way back, lean back, and all I'm doing is resting my, thighs and legs on my bent elbows. And you lift up. Yay! And then you come forward into curl. And just have fun with it. See what you can do. Another thing you could do is be in your crane and then bring your legs forward for Firefly. And maybe you'll fall down. That's fine. All right. Thanks for joining me. Try that stuff outside maybe. See you soon. So I realized I was going to do Firefly with heels hooked. I said that in the beginning and then I didn't do it, so let's do that. Set up same way, fingertips, lean back, and then once you get up there, you can hook your heels and squeeze in. Yay! That's a little harder, especially if you have tight inner thighs and stuff, hamstrings. But once you get there, it's kind of fun, and then you just are hang out here all day. I'm not using much muscle. My hands are working and my core is working a little, and I'm just hugging in here. All right, bye.